Hello, it's me.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 17th episode. This is the last episode for this season because I have exams and तुम लोग के लिए हमेशा तो content नहीं बना सकता हूँ. तो I'll be taking a small break, but I'll be back. Uh, if anyone points out कि why do you have a cycle on your t-shirt, this particular video is sponsored by Akhilesh Yadav. So, I mean, we've been talking about so many things. I've been sharing so many stories from my past because my past is, as it looks like, more happening than my present. So, today's episode surrounds or revolves around food. I don't know if you can hear this. There was some person with a mic yelling outside. His mic is better than mine. But yeah, food is what we're going to talk about today, and food is very close to me. It's very important, and I think I prefer food over anything else. Maybe even family, maybe. But yeah, and it's so important to me that the only O I want in life right now is Aninotam. No other words. If you're thinking about other words which start with an O and have some significance, I don't want it. I want onion uttapam. I probably will order one after this. Now, it's important for me, and yes, because we were talking about onion uttapam, South Indian food, for me personally, is probably the best food ever. I don't know why I have such an inclination towards South Indian food. And I could literally snack on anything that is South Indian at any time of the day. I'm not kidding. Like, it can be murku, which is North Indian chakli. It can be banana chips. Oh my god, do I love banana chips. Banana chips is the best thing in the world. So there's murku, there's banana chips, there's that malu chick from Instagram. Anything, any snack. And I love it. And South Indian food brings out a lot of stories that I've had, because you go to, like, you've eaten South Indian everywhere wherever you go. Now when I went to Shirdi for the first time as a child, I thought कि हाँ महाराष्ट्र में मराठी खाना मिलेगा, but the amount of that is the first time I figured out that if a restaurant says Udupi, it means South Indian. तो इतना South Indian food होता है. So one time, me and my best friend, and if you're listening to this today, that is 9th of August, it's a birthday. So this is another birthday special. So if you are watching this on YouTube, please comment happy birthday Manveen. Now, I mean, it's easier for me to do this now. Yeah, so it's a birthday special. Now this friend of mine, my best friend, and we went to a very upper class South Indian place, not your street side vendor जहाँ पे ऐसे पानी छिटका और तेरे ऊपर भी थोड़ा सा इवेपोरेट होके आ जाता है, वैसा कुछ नहीं. Proper upper class restaurant. It's the place in GK1 called Juggernaut in Delhi. So Juggernaut नाम सुन के मुझे पता नहीं था कि क्या है इसमें, तो my friend suggested कि हाँ चलते हैं Juggernaut. I thought it would be something, techno, something like that. क्योंकि Juggernaut I think is a transformer. तो मुझे लगा वैसा कुछ होगा. But then when we reached there, she said कि it's a South Indian place. मैं okay. तो Juggernaut is on the second floor. First floor में कुछ और बकचोदी है. And ground floor में there's a shop which is owned by Juggernaut. And you enter. Now Juggernaut is a particular restaurant that is beyond your imagination. Now you enter the ground floor. So all these South Indian snacks, it's like a farsan dukan or a snack shop. And all these South Indian mixtures, murku, banana chips, everything is there, and you can buy it from there. Then there is a very strong, when you open the door, there's a very strong smell. That strong smell comes because of the coffee. So they have all kinds of South Indian varieties of coffees and they sell it. But that is not what takes you back. Because, as I said, it's an upper class restaurant. The moment you enter Juggernaut, there will be one person with a thali who would give you a tikka. So, Juggernaut mein, this was a very fancy thing. We entered, we were, I think there was gulab jal, thoda bahut hoga, and उसमें टीका लगवा दिया, and we had to enter, we had to walk ahead, and वहाँ पे elevator है. So we were very involved with the ambience of the entire place. जगन्नाथ में सब कुछ है. वो दुकान तो दुकान है, but that दुकान is also made in a very traditional architecture type of a thing. Everything had, like, the shop was completely full with wooden cabinets. Nothing was steel. There was just wooden glass, and it looked very beautiful. And the walls had murals and stuff. There were these huge vessels in which water was there, and there were leaves or lotus or something like that, rose petals, all that shit. Everything that could be rich, that's inside Juggernaut. But it's having a South Indian influence. So here, my friend, who was very accommodating, she was not panicking. I was getting panicked कि यार टीका वीका लगा दिया, क्या हो गया? But she was acting very inappropriate because she's a Punjabi. And in a South Indian restaurant, she was acting very inappropriately. And by the time we reached the lift, there was a person who was escorting us. कि यहाँ पे lift है, you have to go to the second floor. Like, okay. This is when my friend spoke up and said, do you, like, to the escort, do you speak South Indian? Now I was relieved that हाँ ये appropriate है. A North Indian referring to Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam as South Indian, that is what I was looking for. And when she said that, I started laughing, but I was happy, I was relieved. And the person also knew कि हाँ ये तो यहाँ से है, तो let's just avoid this. Otherwise वहाँ पे हो जाता argument. If it would have been Amity University, there would have been 5 people from 5 different places, and they would have all just bombarded कि हाँ, how can you say South Indian? We have different languages, we are not the same. So she said this. I was like happy कि okay, chalo, things are on a normal route now. So we entered the lift. Now the lift is very modern era type because obviously you can't change that. We pressed the second floor button. We reached the second floor. We opened it, and again it was a very normal corridor. And then right after the corridor there is the entrance. Now Juggernaut is a South Indian restaurant that is already in my head, and I was thinking, how could it be? And whatever I had seen on the ground floor, the second floor was at least like 200 times more South Indian. We entered, the door again was very ethnic. Outside the door there was a small place where there was a rangoli. We entered, and the entire place had a wall which was muraled with ancient art. As if it's not a restaurant and it's some temple. The furniture was all wooden and it was beautiful. I mean, it was beyond my imagination beautiful. On the right side, there was a board in which Juggernaut was written in multiple languages. And being an Odia, my first look was something down in the 6th line. It was written Juggernaut in Odia. And when I read that, it clicked my mind that Juggernaut actually means Jagannath. Picture dal dunga yahan pe for those who don't know. So that clicked me that okay, they've done a wordplay with the word Juggernaut and they've just reeled us in. And this was a proper restaurant cafe kind of a thing. So we sat down and we were looking at the place. There were murals on the table, on the walls. The lighting was very yellowish and not white. And apart from all that, there was a performance area. Just like any other Imperfecto and all, they also have performance areas. where there's a mic and all. Here also there was a performance area, but the performance area had instruments which were of classical music. There was a sitar, there was a tabla, there was a harmonium, and this is how it was. We were already struck. परफॉर्मेंस एरिया के पीछे एक टीवी लगाया था बिकॉज दे ऑल्सो न्यू कि वी कांट पुश इट दैट फर्दर, बट उतना तो चलता है. एंड वी सैट डाउन एंड वी वर गिवन रसम एंड पापड़ which was complimentary. And then we ordered food. We ordered dosas, we ordered vada, we ordered idli, we ordered uttapam. Now, two people, me and my friend. And I wouldn't say a lot of food, but it was quite much of an order. And my friend ordered a Coke or something, and she wanted a separate glass because they were giving it in a can. And I don't know, I think I ordered a coffee. Food does not matter here. The point here is that the way they plated it. In any other place, there are places I've eaten dosas where they just make a masala dosa, fold it, and then put it in a plate, and uske upar sambar and chutney. But this particular place, it would on demand, if you tell them, they will make a dosa and they'll give the masala in the side in a katori, because you can ask for it. So they had this dosa. There was sambar, there was chutney, then conventional nariyal chutney, then there was a pudina chutney for some reason, and there was a red chutney. 4 katoris, variety. But that is not it. There's something that we call as kesari, which is in North Indian terms a little bit like halwa. So that was also given with every portion. So the dosa had a different kesari. The vada and idli, 2 plates, they also had 2 different portions of kesari, and the uttapam had a different portion. So with every plate, they gave you a dessert so that you don't have to order it alag se. And we ate a lot, and it was all overpriced. The dosas were like in 200-250 range. So with this overpricing, we knew that we have to make it worth our money, because obviously we were students back then. And we ate a lot because this was a bigger order. And then we even, gorged on the free rasam that we were getting, the complimentary rasam. We said that, can you bring some more? Can you bring some more? Can you bring some more? Because at the end of the day, middle class here थोड़ी सी दिख जाती है. And it was just amazing. We were very happy with the food. We were very happy with the place. We felt like we were eating at a good place. That is a feeling that you don't get everywhere. And then we were ready to pay the bill. So the person came, showed us the bill. It was not that much, around 1,000 or something, which I can say now is not that much, but back then it was like, oh my god, इसके सामने तो मैं बोलूँगा भी नहीं कि पैसा बहुत ज़्यादा लग गया. So I gave my card. He swiped it. It did not work. It's a bank called Allahabad Bank, which got shut, so I can take the name very freely now. They had this problem all the time. The card did not accept it. Network issue, something like that. It had money. I had money. Before you say that. But it did not accept it, and we had no cash. She carried around $200 and she had a card which had no money. We were technically with just 200 rupees and the bill was way more. And I asked them, do you accept UPI? A very genuine request. To which they said no. A very genuine reply. They don't require UPI, people, man. The way this restaurant was, यहाँ पे तो credit card वाले खाते हैं. So we started sweating. We could blame it on the rasam, but we did start sweating कि क्या करें. And in my mind, I was already thinking about, should I offer them to wash their dishes? Because वो मैंने सीखा है पिक्चरों से. तो we were very scared. She was looking at me, I was looking at her, and we had no clue. So somehow uh, I asked my sister to send me some money. She sent it. That came through, but I could not again pay it through my card. So I was not getting an idea what to do. And वो बंदा जो waiter था, he was getting nervous कि ये लोग are they the dine and dash type of people, जो कि हम नहीं थे शक्ल से. I mean मैं था, my best friend is amazing, वो नहीं थी. So we were panicking, and in all that time, the person finally figured out कि हाँ ये लोग genuinely pay नहीं कर पा रहे, there's some issue. So let's do one thing. वो किसी से उसने पूछा कि एक UPI ID दे दो जहाँ पैसा जाएगा, and then we can put it in the bill. तो वो लेके आया एक बंदा का नंबर, एंड ही कि इनको UPI कर दो, आप हो जाएगा. लाइक ओके, मैंने UPI किया, हो गया. कार्ड नहीं एक्सेप्ट हो रहा था, बट सेम बैंक का UPI चल गया. तो उसके बाद मेरी इतनी हालत खराब हो चुकी थी, आई हैड टू एक्चुअली वॉश माई फेस और टू रिलैक्स. तो मैंने बोला कि 2 मिनट वेट कर. पे किया हमने. मैं वॉशरूम में गया. वॉशरूम भी लकड़ी के दरवाजे का था. इट्स लिड ओपन, एंड इनका तो वॉशरूम भी सुंदर था. आई मीन देयर वाज अ प्रॉपर वुडन बेंच, द वन जिसमें कभी खुशी कभी गम में शाहरुख खान और छोटा ऋतिक वर सिटिंग, वैसा टाइप का बेंच. मतलब कि, और वो वैसा नहीं था कि इट हैड यूरिनल्स, इट वाज अ सिंगल टॉयलेट. तो मतलब कौन आके बैठेगा यहाँ पे? आइदर दे विल सिट हियर और देयर, और फालतू के लिए यहाँ पे कोई आके बैठेगा नहीं. द सोप डिस्पेंसर्स वर लाइक लिक्विड सोप बट मेटालिक, तांबे का. एंड दिस इज सो ब्यूटीफुल कि मैं भूल ही गया था. लुकिंग एट द वॉशरूम, आई वाज लाइक कि अभी 15 मिनट पहले मेरी गांड फटी हुई थी. इट वॉज दैट ब्यूटीफुल. मैं फिर बाहर आया. माई फ्रेंड वॉज स्टिल अ लिटिल एम्बेरेस्ड कि यार ये सीन हो गया, एंड शी वॉज फीलिंग अ लिटिल एंक्शियस कि क्या हो गया, ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए था. एंड आई फेल्ट, आई वॉज यूफोरिक बिकॉज ऑफ दैट वॉशरूम. यार इतना सुंदर बाथरूम था. तो मैं गया. शी वाज लाइक कि व्हाई आर यू सो हैप्पी? एंड मैंने बोला कि कुछ नहीं, चल. एंड दैट वाज इट. दैट वाज एक्चुअली the entire day ended on this note, and I could not get it कि हाँ क्या हुआ था. And till date I have never had an experience like this. It was so fun. मतलब गांड फटी मेरी, बट आज कंटेंट बन रहा है उसका. So that was all about today. We come to an end to the first season of the Funny Podcast. And before anything else, a huge shout out to my best friend Manveen Kaur. Happy birthday. I hope you remember this story just like I do. If you are watching this on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, comment. Just comment anything. If nothing, just comment happy birthday Manveen. If you're listening to me on different audio platforms like the ones that are on your screen, you can hit like and all. That can be done. You can share that particular podcast or this particular podcast to your friends, and they can also listen to this. I am really getting a good response with my podcasting platforms. And if you like this a little more than normal people, then you can become a patron and put up a pledge, a small pledge, to help me buy a new mic, a better camera, probably non-pirated software. Who knows? So thank you so much. We'll meet again soon. Stay tuned and be safe.